look like a person just
Standing there.
no. You know, like in the news when they have to block out someone's face for like reasons so they don't kiss. That's what you kind of look like right now. Hey Bookaboos, whatever that was fun. I am back from Texas, good old Yeehaw State. I've got my flower tit shirts on and I'm ready to talk about some things. Funny enough, I actually got this shirt when I was living in San Antonio. It's one of my favorite shirts. Just look how disgusted this looks to be on my tits. It's just like, I'm glad I don't actually get money from these videos because I would just be like demonetized like instantly. They'd be like tits, and then they like, I'm not even showing anything, they're just like disgusted human beings and they're just like. What I'm gonna talk about today is there's gonna be some small changes to my channel and I just want to let you know as we're coming up. First, we're gonna start with some updates. As you already know, I don't do hauls and stuff because it's just not my kind of content. And it's gonna really work out for me because I've made this pledge to not buy any more books because of some very exciting news coming up, not this year because this year is basically over, but in March of next year I will be moving. Not moving from like another state, but I'm actually gonna be moving to another country. All these lovely books here I'm going to pack up and put in a box and they're going to be sitting there for a year because I don't want to take them all with me. This is just a year move. Like, I don't know where my life is going to be after the year, but I just know that for a year I'm not going to have them, so it's not going to be there. So that's also going to affect the way I read because most of my reading is going to start coming from my Kindle because I don't want to buy a lot of books while I'm there too because like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine like taking like my suitcase through like security and TSA and they're like, why does this feel like bricks? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I like books. So that's some fun little updates there. Now we're gonna talk about the fact that we're gonna call myself out and we're gonna talk about how many books I have unread on my shelf currently because like I'm a consumer. So what you're gonna see is basically my shame in all of its glory, but also I kind of want to do this as an accountability, as like these are the books that I need to be reading. So when you see a book that like necessarily isn't from this shelf, I just want like, I want someone in the comments to call me out, to be like, is that one of the books you showed me? Is that one of the things you'll be reading? Are you just getting more books from the library? Because I'm like trying to stop doing that. I really am. I want to stop just like getting things from the library and then like having all these like empty things, but it's so hard because the library is free and you know how I feel about free things. I love them. So here we go, rapid style. We're gonna just do all these and then hopefully I will get a good percentage of this read before I leave in March, but let's be honest, it's not gonna happen. And there's still some books scattered around my room that technically aren't on these shelves, but they need to be read. And if you notice from the very first TBR that I put out, I still have those books on my TBR. I haven't read them. That's kind of why I stopped doing the TBR, because I did the TBR and then I was like, you didn't read those. You didn't even try to read those. I think it's because a lot of what I am is a mood reader, and so if I feel like I'm supposed to read something, especially like if it's like a TBR self-made read thing, I'm less likely to read it. However, I gotta get down in the mindset and I gotta read these books. Like, man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, that's a lot of books, and that's not even like all of them. I've got a lot of books to read before I leave. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys can relate to having so many books you need to read. It just like piles up. You don't realize how many books you're buying and how many books you're not reading until you just start actually putting them all together in a pile, and then you're like, oh wow, I really don't read the books I buy. And after this, like, it's starting to get to me like how many books I just buy because, oh look, this is a book, instead of actually just buying books that I want to read, buying books that I actually care about, you know? I've been a lot better. I've been a lot better this year about only buying books. Like, there's maybe like a couple books this year that I bought that I haven't actually read. And I've started doing it last year too, so for the past 2 years, that's kind of been my thing where I've been like trying to really hard to buy books only that I know I'm absolutely gonna read. But I still have a lot of books that in the past I bought or I've even received and I haven't read them yet. Which just makes me feel awful because I should be reading these. I own them, I should read them. I hope this is a little bit of encouragement for you to read the books that you own because, like, come on, let's get to it. I'm gonna try so hard this time to read these books, and I don't know if I'm gonna get through all of them. I'm probably not gonna get through all of them, but I want to try to read as many as I can before I leave in March. Also, I'm going to try to film more in front of these books because I'm not going to have this setting for much longer. I mean, yes, I'm going to have a couple months to do that, but once I'm gone, I'm not going to have this beautiful scenery of the books and the Hamilton poster, and I'm not going to have that, so we got to get to it. Alright. That is all I've got booked. I will see you in the next video. Wow.